man who arada, he desired or he wished or he intended, an, that yutimma, he completes, ar-rada'a, the suckling period, breastfeeding period, wa, and ala, upon, al-mawlud, the one who is given birth, lahu, for him, means belongs to him, rizquhunna, his food, oh, no, rizquhunna, their food, wa, and kiswatuhunna, their clothing, bil ma'ruf, with honorable manner, with reasonable manners, la, not, takallafu, she would be burden, or she would be put burden, nafsun, a soul, a person, illa, except, wus'aha, her capacity, la, not, tudara, she shall be harmed, or she is harmed, this is passive voice, walidatun, a mother, biwaladiha, due to her child, wa, and la, not, mawlud, the one who is given birth, lahu, for him, and belongs to him, be with waladihi, his child, wa, and ala, al-warith, the higher inheritors, mithlu dhalik, like of that, this is mudaf ilayh, mithlu dhalik, like that, fa, so, in, if, arada, both of them desired or wished, or both of them intended. Fisalan is from fasila. Fasila is from distance. Here fisalan means fitamin, to remove the suckling, or to remove from the suckling, to remove from the breastfeeding, and by, or from, taradin, mutual agreement or mutual consent, minhuma, of both of them, wa, and tashawur, mutual consultation, tashawara, yatashawur. Fa, so, la junaha, la, not junaha, blame or sin. I think I finish here. Yeah, I will finish here, mithlu dhalik. So I'm combining here. And the mothers, they shall suckle their children to complete years. That is not there. For the one who desire that he will complete the suckling period. And upon the one, the child belongs to, and upon the one, the child belongs to, means upon the father. Rizquhunna, their food. What I'm doing, I should. And upon the father is their food and their clothing with reasonable manner. Nobody should be put burden on except her capacity. And no mother should be harmed due to her child, and not the father due to his child. And upon the higher is like of that. Yeah, you can.
No, still, there's Zalika Faina Rada. You did.
I think half from here. Yeah, from here half. I did.
Okay. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. I'll start from Fala Junah. فلا جناح عليهما وإن أردتم أن تسترضعوا أولادكم فلا جناح عليكم إذا سلمتم ما آتيتم بالمعروف واتقوا الله واعلموا أن الله بما تعملون بصير. Should I do?
We are at Ayah 233 of Surah Al-Baqarah for the new attendees.
Fala.
Fa'in.
Fa, so, la, not, junaha.
Fa'in arada from here.
You want to read it? Fa, so, in, if, arada, they both desire. Fisalan, to stop feeding. Or stop
breastfeeding.
Stop breastfeeding. And about taradin, mutual consent. Mutual, minhuma, of both of them. Va, and tashawurin, and consultation. Mutual consultation. Fala junaha, so there is no blame or no sin. Alayhima, on both of them. Va, and in, if aradtum, you wish or you want,
Wanted,
you wanted, and that tastardi'u, you want someone,
you ask for suckling,
you ask for
suckling,
suckling.
breastfeeding.
Awladakum, your child.
Children, your children.
Your children. Fala junaha, so there is no sin. Alaykum, upon you all. Iza, when sallamtum, you pay.
You pay or you hand over.
You hand over.
Handed
Ma,
over.
what ataytum, you gave them.
You gave.
You give.
You gave.
You gave. Bil ma'rufi, in
with reasonable
reasonable
manner.
Wattaqullaha, and fear Allah. Wa'lamu, and know. Anna, that Allah, bima, of what ta'maluna, you do. Basir, all seeing, all seer.
All seer. Isme sifa.
You have to okay. Then if they both desire to stop breastfeeding with mutual consent and consultation of both of them, so there is no sin on both of them. And if you want to ask for breastfeeding your child from others, for your children, so there is no sin upon you if you pay. When you pay, what you agree to pay. What you agreed to pay in fair manner, and fear Allah, and know that Allah is all seer of what you do. All seer of what you do.
I think, yeah, okay, I will combine together the entire ayah. And for the mothers and the mothers, they should suckle their children for 2 complete years. That is not there, that I'm putting from myself. That is for the one who desired to complete the suckling period, and upon the father, or upon the one who the child belongs to, is his food, their food and their clothing with reasonable manner. Nobody is put burden upon except his or her capacity. A mother should not be harmed due to her child, and a father should not, and nor the father due to his child. And upon the heir or inheritor is like of that. So if both of them desire to remove the suckling by their mutual agreement or mutual consent of both of them and mutual consultation, then there is no sin upon both of them. And if you desire that you ask for suckling for your children, then there is no sin upon you when you pay what you agreed to give in reasonable manner. And fear Allah, and know that Allah is all seer of what you do. All seers of what you do. So this is the ayah here. I would ask comment from other people as well. Here, this ayah is about the suckling. First of all, the suckling period or the breastfeeding for newborn or infants is limited to 2 years with the direction of Allah. So this is fixed. The suckling period or the breastfeeding period is 2 years. It cannot be more than 2 years. So these are the directions of Allah. Now, is it essential, obligatory to breastfeed for 2 years to our children? No. There's a condition here. Liman arada an yutimma ar-rada'a. These directions are for those who wish to complete the suckling period. So this is not necessary, but this is stopping again in the next ayah. It is said that if both of them desire to stop suckling or remove the child from the breastfeeding, but it should be by mutual consultation or mutual consent agreement of both of them. One of the parent cannot decide whether we should remove the child from breastfeeding. No, both of them should agree, mutual agreement, and there should be mutual consultation. If both of them agree, due to a certain benefit that benefit the child or benefit both the parents due to some reason, then they can remove the child from breastfeeding. So this is the condition. So this ayah is actually putting a limit for the suckling period of 2 years here. And there is something else as well. There is something else as well. Because, you know, in Urdu we say ridai behan or ridai ma in Urdu say. This ridai behan and ridai mother is a suckling mother or suckling sister. This word is derived from rada, yarda'u, rada'a. This is rada, the suckling period. So there is a hurma. It is mentioned in Surah An-Nisa that who is halal to marry, to make a marriage contract. حُرِّمَتْ عَلَيْكُمْ. And then it is mentioned وَأُمَّهَاتُكُمُ الَّتِي أَرْضَعْنَكُمْ. And those mother who suckled you. وَأَخَوَاتُكُمْ مِنَ الرَّضَاعَةِ. And your sisters from suckling. They are not allowed for you to marry with them. So this is a condition of suckling. So you cannot marry with your suckling mother and suckling sister when you suck milk from them, right? So the suckling period here, suckling period limitation is applied in this case, that the suckling period is for 2 years. So if, for example, I suck milk from a woman, right? She becomes my suckling mother, other than my real mother. So she becomes suckling mother, and all the sisters become suckling sisters. So it is not allowed to marry a suckling mother and suckling sister. But there's a condition that the suckling period is 2 years. And there is a hadith, it is reported in Tirmidhi and narrated by Salama radiyallahu ta'ala anha, that Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, this suckling period of 2 years actually establishes tahrim. Tahrim means you are not allowed to marry your suckling mother and sisters from the suckling. This is tahrim. But there's a condition that this suckling establishes a tahrim. But if it is on the breast, and second condition is that it should be before the suckling period ends, then this relation actually establishes that that will be your suckling mother and suckling sister. If the milk is fed after 2 years of the birth of the child, then it will not be considered a suckling mother or suckling sister. So this is the condition, that if the suckling occurred within that 2 years of suckling period, then this tahrim tahrim will be established by suckling. So this is very important. It should be, the first condition it should be on the breast. And second is that it should be before the suckling period ends, 2 years, right? But if the milk is sucked from the breast and given to any other person, that this relation is not established. Because this is the condition by Rasulullah that the suckling should be on the breast, that the milk is sucked from the breast by the child, and it should be within 2 years of the birth of the child. So this is the suckling period here. This is very important to understand here. And second thing here, وَعَلَى الْمَوْلُودُ لَهُ رِزْقُهُنَّ. This condition is that if after the birth of the child or before the birth of the child, after the birth of the child, this is a condition, the woman is divorced, then actually it is the responsibility of the father to give the food and clothing to the suckling mother, because still she is giving suck to the newborn baby. So he has to pay. The father has to pay for the food and for the clothing to the mother who is divorced actually. And it is mentioned here, the mother should not be harmed due to her child, and the father should not be harmed due to his child. What does it mean? Mother should not be harmed. That if she is suckling, if she is giving suck to the child, she should be paid for the food, for the clothing, and for the child for that period of time when the baby is being suckled. It is the responsibility of father. So the mother should not be harmed. And also the newborn baby should not be taken from the mother due to her love, because in that case you are going to harm the mother. And how the father is harmed? That the mother should not refuse to suckle the baby, right? Otherwise the father should be harmed. And also the mother should not ask for more money for this breastfeeding or suckling. So in this case the father will be harmed. And if she refused to suckle, or secondly she is asking for too much money, which is not a reasonable payment. So in this case, the father will be harmed. And the similar is the case with the hire. وَعَلَى الْوَارِثِ مِثْلُ, and upon the hire is like of that. Means the responsibility of the higher relative. If the father died, then later on the relatives, inheritors, or the higher, this is their responsibility to pay for the suckling to the mother, right? For her clothing, for her food, they have to pay. And also they should not, the mother should not refuse to the higher that she's not going to suckle the baby, right? And also she should not ask a money that is not reasonable for the suckling. So these are the points here in the ayah to be understood.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
अगर वो जिस तरह इधर होता है कनाडा में, अगर बच्चे माँ के पास चले जाते हैं और तलाक भी हो जाती है, तो क्या माँ बाप को बच्चों से मिलने से रोक सकती है?
Then she's harming, actually. She's harming. She should not. This is what it is mean, that a father should not be harmed or should be treated unfairly, due to his child. So cannot. This is not allowed in our, because it should be with mutual consultation, whether the child should go to the custody of father or mother. But it should be with mutual consultation and mutual consent. Otherwise not. If she is not allowing the father to see his child, then she's harming him. So this is not allowed here according to this ayah, and also explanation in the sunnah of the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And similarly, if there is a problem with the mutual consent, they don't agree to give suckle, then they can ask some other woman to suckle for their child. They can do that, but they have to pay. They have to pay money in a reasonable manner.
Mawlud is used for the father and walida is used.
No, okay. Mawlud, here one important point actually Akhtar is pointing towards is Mawludu lahu. Mawlud is the newborn, the who is given birth. Who is given birth? The child. Lahu is actually, this is the inheritance here, belongs to him, and nor the child that belongs to him, right? And not the child who is belonging to the father. So here, this is pointing towards the father. And yeah, wala mawlu, here wa'ala mawludu lahu. Wa'ala mawludu lahu. The first one, yeah, this one.
And this is also.
And here wa'ala mawludi lahu. And upon the one to whom the child belongs. So this is father. Mawludi lahu is father. Here 4 words are used. Walid, walida, walidat, mawlud, walad, and awlad. See, all these words are derived from a single word here. That is why it is very important to understand this surf grammar, right? What is the root word for all these words? Walid, walida, wald, awlad, walid, mawlud. So they are all used in one ayah here. So what is the first word here? What is the first word?
Walada.
Ji?
Walada.
Walada yalidu. Walada yalidu is actually wajada yajidu. The representative word is wajada yajidu. This is bab mithal. Wajada yajidu, walada yalidu. We should do it. Walada yalidu. All of us. Walada. Waladu. Walad. Waladtum. Waladtum. Waladna. Yalidu. Yaliduna. Talidu. Taliduna. Alidu. Nalidu. Lid. لا تلد. lidu. لا تلد. Walid. Walidun. Walidin is here. Walida and walid. Walidun. Mawlud. Mawludun. Mawludin. Right? And the masdar is vilada or milad or wald. And the plural is awlad. Awlad is plural of wald. Walid is the one who gives birth, right? Walid, who father, the one who father. And Mawlud is the one who is given birth. And Walad is a son to give birth, or Vilada or Milad, which is Mim Masdar. So these are the words that are used here in this ayah. And Fisalan here is from Fasila. Fasila means to have a distance. Fisalan, to have a distance of baby from the breast. So means you are stopping him from the suckling. So this is the word fisalan is used. Tashabur is from mashwara. Tashabara, yatashawaru, mutashawir, mutashawar, and tashabur. Taradin is from tarada, yatarada, like tawasa, yatawasa, ta'ala, yata'ala. And this is ta'alin. Masdar is ta'alin or tawasin or taradin. Taradin from radiya yarda, the first derivative. And this is high derivative here. Tarada is coming in tasala, yatasalu, tasaul. What I'm trying to do, making a point here, that this is very important to understand nahav. These tools we learn to understand Quran. This is very important here. So we are going to the next time. If there is no comment, if you want to comment here, yeah, you are welcome at any point. Yeah, I would ask Dr. Abdul Khalik if we don't have any question or comment or discussion here at this point.
Okay, inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. والذين يتوفون منكم ويذرون أزواجا يتربصن بأنفسهن 4 أشهر وعشرا فإذا بلغن أجلهن فلا جناح عليكم فيما فعلن في أنفسهن بالمعروف والله بما تعملون خبير. And allazina, those who yutawaffawna, they are made to die or caused to die. Minkum, from you all. Wa and yazaruna, they wait or they will wait.
They leave behind.
They leave behind. Sorry, they leave behind azwajan, spouses. Yatarabbasna, they will wait or they wait bi anfusihinna, with themselves. 4 ashhur, month, wa ashra, and 10. Then iza, when balagana, they reach their maturity. They reach ajalahunna, their term. So la junaha, no blame. Alaykum, upon you all. Fima, in what or regarding what. Fa'alna, they did. Fi, in anfusihinna, themselves. Bil ma'roof, in a good manner, a fair manner. Wa, and Allah, bima, with what. Ta'amaluna, you all do. Khabir, always all aware. And those who are made to die from you and they leave behind spouses, they will wait themselves 4 months and 10 days. Then when they reach their term, then there is no blame upon you in what they do with themselves in a good way or good manner. And Allah is all knowing, Allah is always all aware of what you all do.
Very good. Very good. Yutawaffawna, you did a very beautiful translation. They are made to die. And what is active voice here? Yatawaffawna. Tawaffa, yatawaffa. The first word is tawaffa. He died, or he completed, he made it full. Yeah, there are different meanings here. Yadharuna, vadara yadharu. Vadara yadharu. This is wahaba yahabu, again in Bab Mithal. Bab Mahmuz, we did it last week or before that. Yeah. They leave behind. Azwajan is the plural of zawj. Yatarabbasna is tarabbasa, yatarabbasu, tarabbus. Tawakkala, yatawakkalu, tawakkul, and yatarabbasna is just like yaf'alna, is advanced derivative here. They shall wait. They wait or they shall wait. Okay. 4 months and 10 days. Balagna is balagha yablughu. Okay. Done. Everything is done here. So this ayah is about the widow, the waiting period of widows, right? Widow. If those who die from you, right, for example, and they leave wives behind, they shall wait for themselves for 4 months and 10 days. So this is the iddah period for those. We were discussing these different iddah periods for divorce one and other cases we saw in previous sessions. But here, this ayah is talking about the women who are left behind when their husbands died. So their iddah period or their waiting period is 4 months and 10 days. Before this period, they cannot marry. So this is iddah they have to complete, right? So in this iddah period, what are the Islamic laws within this iddah period? So they cannot go out of the house of his husband. Number one, they cannot go out unless it is highly necessary and essential for something. Okay. Number two, they cannot beautify themselves so that to prepare them for marriage proposal. They cannot beautify themselves. They cannot wear beautiful clothes, and they cannot use these scents or something, perfumes or something like that. They cannot, because in that case they are beautifying them and they are preparing themselves for marriage proposal, which is not allowed during this iddah period, right? And yeah, they cannot marry, they cannot make nikah even with the will of their walis, yani guardians, they cannot. So 3 things they should not do during this period of iddah, 4 months and 10 days. They cannot marry. They cannot, first of all, they cannot beautify themselves so that to prepare themselves for marriage proposal. No, they cannot. They cannot leave the house of the husband. And also they cannot do nikah. They cannot make arrangement for any marriage contract. These things are not allowed. And these are basically ma'ruf. The al-ma'ruf with reasonable manners. Actually, these are the Islamic laws of Quran and Sunnah. Bil ma'ruf mean with reasonable manner. The laws which are accepted, recognized in Quran and Sunnah. So these 4 things were recognized in Quran, Sunnah. Ma'ruf mean recognized. Arafa, ya'rifu, arif, ma'ruf, urf or urfa, and whatever it is. Ma'ruf means well recognized legislations in the Quran and Sunnah. They are ma'ruf, they are ma'ruf. So the legislations that are placed in the real life, so they should not cross that. Then when they complete this term of iddah, they reach their term of iddah or their period, waiting period, then there is no sin upon them in that they do for themselves, but with reasonable manner. And reasonable manner also, I talked to that nikah, according to the Quran and Sunnah, that this nikah should be according to the wali and witnesses. This is al-ma'ruf. Now she can beautify herself. She can wear beautiful clothes, perfume, scents. She can leave the house. Now, because she's preparing for a marriage proposal, so that people should be able to propose her, right? She's preparing herself. This is allowed after the iddah, 4 months and 10, but bil ma'ruf, with reasonable manner, with Islamic laws, according to the Islamic laws, that she has to do nikah only, contract legal marriage, not anything else, or establishing sexual relations or something like that is not allowed. It should be a legal marriage contract. They are allowed to beautify themselves, to prepare themselves for marriage proposal. They can leave the house and so on. And Allah knows, Allah is all acquainted of what you all do. So this is very important, because again, these are the hududullah, these are the limits of Allah. Everybody has to follow these limits. This is very important. And the second very important thing here is why this iddah period is 4 months and 10 days. My question is, what is the wisdom behind this iddah of 4 months and 10 days? There is a hadith in Al-Bukhari. Abdullah bin Mas'ud radiyallahu ta'ala anhu narrated that Allah put the human being, Allah put them together in womb, in the form of a seed for 40 days. So Allah is putting the human being in the womb of the mother in the form of a seed for 40 days. In the next 40 days, a thick blood clot is formed in 40 days. In the next 40 days, a piece of flesh is appearing, right? In 40. 40 plus 40 plus 40 is 120 days. What is the total number of months in 120 days? 4 months. And what is the 10 days? Then an angel comes and he has been ordered to breathe the life into the fetus, right? And it takes time. The fetus takes time to show the sign of the life. So it takes a total period of 4 months and 10 days in the medical science. And it is mentioned in hadith by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So all these waiting periods are according to the medical science and Quran and Sunnah, what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam taught us. And by the way, there is another point here in this ayah, that the iddah period of a widow is 4 months and 10 days, but there is a condition. If she is pregnant, and it is mentioned in Surah Al-Talaq, Ulatul Ahmali ajaluhunna an yada'na hamlahunna. And for those women who are pregnant, their period of iddah, their waiting period is until they deliver, means until they give birth. So it is very important, even if they give birth after the death of, after 1 day, their husband has died, right? Even 1 day or 1 hour, it doesn't matter. But the period of iddah in that case is the delivery period. When they deliver, when they give birth, their iddah is over. They can do whatever they want, but according to the Islamic law discussed before.
Fazal
Any
bhai,
other point or comment here?
can I ask a question?
Yeah, please go ahead, Dr.
Yes,
Jawad.
actually, this is a question from my wife. She is also listening to you.
Yeah.
She's asked about, because you have mentioned that the lady has to live in the husband's house. Is it possible, is it permissible for the lady to live in her own parents' house during the iddah period?
No, she cannot. No, she has to stay there, because this is a mourning period, by the way. During the morning, what is the mourning period? At the time of Jahiliyyah, in the beginning, in the time of ignorance, actually, people used to mourn, women used to mourn their husband for 1 year, 1 complete year. And Ayah is coming there that they have to stay 1 complete year there because they were mourning and for 1 year. So Islam came and set all these limits there, but she has to stay. We cannot go against the Quran and Sunnah. She has to stay at that house where her husband was living with her, right? So this is a direction, this is a command of Allah, that she has to stay there. She should not leave her house. She should not beautify herself, and she should not give proposal of marriage to anybody. And even nobody is allowed to propose her in that period of time, 4 months and 10 days. So the ayah is coming there. The answer according
to the Quran and Hadith, she has to stay in her husband's
house. She has to stay. There are many cases actually that were brought before Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and answers were according to this ayah there, that she has to stay there for 4 months and 10 days, right?
But the case is,
if she was not pregnant, okay, that condition is different there, right?
What if she is not a widow, but she's divorced and she has to live, even then she has to live in her husband's house for
not necessary. It is not necessary.
Okay, it is only for the
widows. Yes, she has to stay there.
Okay.
But there are different conditions that divorced women, there are 3 conditions: the first divorce, the second divorce. But if it is within the iddah period, the most deserving to take them back in that period of time is their husband, actually. Okay. But if it is final, iddah is gone, or it is final divorce, the third one.
Yeah, the third one.
Then there is no choice.
No.
There's no choice there. Yeah. I would ask Brother Naeem to recite the next ayah if we don't have any comment, or half of the ayah, because it's a longer ayah compared to the previous one.
Inshallah. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Wala junaha alaykum fima aradtum bihi min khitbatil nisa'i aw aknantum fi anfusikum alimallahu annakum satazkuruhunna ولكن لا تعاهدوهن سرا إلا أن تقولوا قولا معروفا
Would you mind to stop here, Naimbi?
Yeah.
Yeah, now translate.
Yeah, we can go for translation here because we have divided
La
into two parts.
La not junaha, blame or sin. Alaikum upon you fi in ma what aradtum you hint.
You gave a hint. You gave a hint.
You gave a hint.
You targeted.
We-
You aimed at something. Yeah, you aimed at something. You targeted, or you gave a hint. Hint is ishara,
Gave a
pointing
hint.
towards something to make an aim.
Be he with it men from khitbati, marriage proposal.
Marriage proposal, mashallah.
Al nisa to the woman.
Yeah, this is mudaf ilayhi khidbat an-nisa'i, marriage
The
proposal
woman.
of women. Yeah.
Or aknantum, you conceal it.
Yeah, you hide or you conceal. Yeah.
Fi in anfusikum, yourself. And alimallahu, Allah knows.
Allah knew.
Annakum,
Allah knew. Naim bhai,
Allah knew.
alima. Knows is ya'lamullahu. Allah knows. Alima is past, madi. Alima, he knew. He knew.
Allah knew that you satazakkaruhunna.
Satadhkuruna. Let us say sa. We can divide this into three parts here. Sa plus tadhkuruna plus hunna. So let us do like this. Sa.
Sa. Sa bhul gaya.
Very soon.
Sa, very soon.
Very soon.
Saufa, there is saufa. Saufa means soon. Sa mean very soon. This is near future. Saufa is distant future. Mustaqbil ba'id. This is mustaqbil qareeb, very soon.
Sa very soon tazakkaruhunna.
Tadhkuruna.
Tazkuruhunna.
Tadhkuruna. Tadhkuruna.
Tazkuruna. They mention.
You will mention. You will mention or you will remember. Both meanings are there. You will mention or you will remember.
Hunna them. Walakin but la tu'aiduhunna. La not tu'aiduhunna. Promise them. You promise them.
You don't promise with them. You don't promise them. Yeah.
La tu'aiduhunna. You
This
don't
promise is
them.
actually appointment for the time and location, right? Time and location. Yeah. Agreement.
Sirran secretly.
In
Illa-
secretly. Good.
Illa accept and that takulu you say
This was taquluna, you say. Taquluna. Noon is dropped due to an.
because of an
An. Nawasibul fi'l al-madari.
qawlan saying a call
No.
marufan honorable wala and not
Bas. Qawlan ma'rufa is sifa mawsuf. So honorable words. Honorable saying.
Combined.
Reasonable. Yeah, you can combine, brother Naim. Naim bhai.
and not blame or sin upon you all.
There is no, there is, you can say there is no, from your side, there is no blame or sin upon you.
Upon you in it what
In what?
you hint in it from
You give a hint. You give a hint.
from
For, you can say you give a hint for
marriage proposal the woman
to the woman
Or-
or of the woman. Yeah.
or you conceal in yourself. Allah knows. Allah
Allah
knew.
knew.
Allah know. Allah. Allah
Allah knew.
knew. Allah knew that you very soon. Very
You
soon
will remember them.
remember them.
Or
But
you will mention them. It's both correct.
you mention them, but don't promise them secretly, except that you say honorable saying and don't
Yeah, that's good.
Bas. That's
Bas
it.
ji. Naim bhai is done. We can go to the next part of the ayah. I can ask Dr. Jawad, do you have Quran with you?
Yes,
if
I
you
have.
you can recite.
Okay.
You can recite here on the screen as well.
Okay. ولا تعزموا عقدة النكاح حتى يبلغ الكتاب أجله واعلموا أن الله يعلم ما في أنفسكم فاحذروه واعلموا أن الله غفور حليم.
ये कुरान कब पढ़ा रहे हैं हमें जवाद भी?
माशाल्लाह, very good.
नहीं, आप
बारकल्लाह फीक, माशाल्लाह. कोशिश कर सकते हैं, अगर करना चाहें हम सब मिलके करेंगे इसको. वह मैं कर दूं या आप करेंगे?
जैसे आपकी मर्जी.
जी
आप करें, हम मिलके करते हैं इंशाल्लाह.
वा एंड ला नो not ta'zimu.
You make a firm decision.
You make a firm decision.
Yeah, azam. From azam Urdu we use azm. Pukhta azm.
Yeah.
Pukhta azm. Yeah.
Ta with you.
Yeah.
Uqdatan nikahi.
Uqda we know. In Urdu we say nikah ki giraha. In English we can say the bond of marriage, bonding. The bond of marriage or the knot of marriage or the contract of marriage is a binding. We are bound. We are bound. Yeah.
Bond of marriage.
Bond of marriage.
Hatta ke.
Until. Hatta ke. Yes, Urdu we use hatta ke. Until.
Yeah.
Hatta ke.
Yablughal.
Yablugha. It reaches. She reaches. No, he reaches. Yeah. He
reaches. Okay.
And we see what is he. We'll see inshallah. What is he?
Kitabu.
Al-kitabu is outside door because there's a marfu. So until the kitab reaches, what is kitab? The prescribed time, written thing, right? Prescription.
Okay.
Any written thing is prescription. Prescribed period.
Prescribed period.
Yeah.
Ajala.
Its term.
Yeah.
Wa'lamu.
And ilm.
You all know from ilm. Yeah, you all know. You all should know. Means you all should know. This is Amar, order. You all know.
You all know. Anna. That.
Yes.
Allah. Ya'lamu.
He knows.
He knows. Janta hai.
He said alima. Alima he knew. Past tense. Ya'lamu he knows.
Ya'lamu he knows. Yes.
He knows. वो जानता है. बिल्कुल सही है.
Ma.
What?
Bus. What?
Ma. What?
Fi में in.
Yeah.
Anfusikum. आप तुम लोग.
तुम्हारे नफ्सों में, in your hearts or in yourselves. Yeah. In your hearts or yourself. It's plural of nafs.
Okay. Fahdharu plus.
Fahdharuhu. There are three words. Fa plus ihdharu plus hu. Fa plus. So therefore, ihdharu is like hadar al-maut. Is used in Surah Al-Baqarah. In the beginning of the Surah Al-Baqarah, hadar al-maut. Maut ka dar, fear of death. Here, ihdharu is amar. You all fear.
You all fear.
Who?
Usse, Allah se.
Yeah, you all fear Allah. बिल्कुल सही, अल्लाह से. तुम सब डरो उससे.
Wa'lamu and तुम ilm नहीं रखते.
No. Wa and i'lamu, you all know means you all should know. All should know. This is order, Amar. You all know. Means you all should know.
Anna.
That
Allah है. Ghafoor, बहुत मग़फ़िरत करने वाला.
Oft forgiving. Yes.
Halim और बहुत Halim का मतलब.
Burdbar. In Urdu we say burdbar. Forbearing. He has a patient in spite of his anger and Rahman. He has a patient because he is forbearing. वो बर्दाश्त कर रहा है हमें. बड़ा soft है, नर्म है. हलीम जैसे पकती है तो बहुत soft हो जाती है ना. उस तरह अल्लाह ताला बहुत burdbar है, forbearing. यानी हलीम. And this is इसमें सिफा. All forbearing. Yeah. We can combine together. I can do if you ask me.
Yes. Yes.
You allow me.
Yes, please.
From here or from the start? And there is no blame or sin upon all of you in that you give a hint. you give a hint of marriage proposal to the women, or you conceal or you hide in your hearts. Allah knew that very soon you will mention them or you will remember them. However, don't promise them in secret, except that you say reasonable words or reasonable saying, honorable words or honorable saying. And don't make firm decision for the bond of marriage or contract, marriage contract, until the prescribed period reaches its term. And you all should know that Allah knows what is in your heart. So you all fear him, and you should all know that Allah is oft forgiving and all forbearing, always forbearing. Yeah. So this is what it is said here. This is connected to the previous ayah, right? There is no sin upon you that you give a hint of marriage proposal to a woman whose husband is died, or husband is died, right? But you cannot say directly, you can indirectly can give a hint for more marriage proposal to women. Or what is this? You can give a hint, means you cannot ask directly that I want to marry you, or can you promise me for a marriage contract with you because I love you. No, this is not allowed during the period of the 4 months or 10 days. Even for the divorced women, during the period of iddah, we cannot ask them, we cannot propose them anything until the iddah period or the waiting period is passed. Then we can propose them. Before that we cannot, but we can give a hint of marriage proposal. Oh, you know, I would like a pious woman. I would like to marry a pious woman, right? Or we can ask the wali that after the iddah period completes, please tell me before you marry her to someone else, right? You have to inform me. You can say these type of words, and these are honorable words, that I'm looking for a pious lady, pious woman, right? I would like to marry, but I would like to marry a woman who has these type of characters like this. So these are the indirect conversation, indirect. These are the hints, not direct. You are not making a marriage contract, or you are not promising with them that would you promise to marry me because I love you. This is, you don't promise with them in secret. It's not allowed. An taqulu illa an taqulu qawlan ma'rufa. These are the reasonable words that you can give hints that I am looking for a pious woman. Her character should be like that. I really want to marry these type of things. Or to the wali, we can say that I am looking for a woman to marry, to have a marriage contract. But so please don't give her to anybody in marriage contract before you ask me. So these type of words can be used, and these are reasonable, and these are actually recommended in Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And there are many narrations by Abdullah bin Masud and other companions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And even if the woman is divorced, not the widow, she's divorced, and it is within the final divorce and within the iddah period, nobody can propose. Actually, nobody can propose in that period of time. And by the way, within the period of iddah, if it is not final divorce, the husband وَبُعُولَتُهُنَّ حَقُّ بِرَدِّهِنَّ فِي ذَلِكَ, and their husband, they are more deserving to take them back in that period of iddah. They are more deserving. So nobody should propose, even nobody should give a hint for proposal of marriage. No, in that period of time. If it is within the irreversible divorce, the final third one during the iddah, nobody can propose, because their husband can take them back in that period of time. So they are more deserving to take them there. Nobody should propose in that period of time if it is not the final. And even in the final divorce, you can give a hint. So same rulings are for that case. I can go. You can go. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I have a question?
Yeah, go ahead, please. Tariq bhai.
That's my poor knowledge. Why does it say Sirran?
Sirran is related to La tu'aiduhunna sirran. La tu'aidu, right? Nobody
You
wants to
don't
disclose.
promise, hidden promise, right?
Yeah, you
Can we,
any,
someone can ask openly?
no, this is sirran is related to la tuwa'iduhunna. La tuwa'iduhunna. This sirran is related to the firm promise that don't make promise with them. Promise of what? That I love you. I want to marry you, right? Marry with you. Have a marriage contract with you. You cannot say. Don't promise with them that I love you. Could you please promise me for marriage contract? So these type of things are not allowed. Or sirran is connected to wala tuwa'iduna. Don't make promise with them in secret. And openly you cannot. Openly you cannot. Openly you cannot. Even in secret you cannot do that, right? Openly. Why? How can you do it openly? You cannot.
But it doesn't mention that.
So sirran is connected to la tuwa'iduhunna. Means firm promise that would you promise with me that you will have a marriage contract with me because I love you? You cannot say that in secret even, right? Openly it is not allowed according to, because this should be bil ma'ruf, according to the rules and regulations in place in Quran and Sunnah. Yeah.
Should I
Tariq,
read
could
it?
you please read the next ayah if you don't have any comment?
Not so far.
Can I make a comment? Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah.
No,
Dr. Iqbal.
The idda period is also when when she is a widow, even if she has reached past the age of menopause, she still has to.
Yes, in any case.
In any case.
Madkhula, yani la madkhula, young, old, all these cases actually they are. This is very important point, Dr. Iqbal. Very important point. So nothing is special except she's pregnant, because in the case of pregnant, the idda period, there's no idda period, right? If she already gave birth. Jazakallah khairan for this point. If you don't
236? 236?
236. Jazakallah khairan.
Inshallah. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم لا جناح عليكم إن طلقتم النساء ما لم تمسوهن أو تقرضوا لهن فريضة ومتعوهن على المقسي قدره وعلى المقتر قدره متاعا بالمعروف حقا على المحسنين. La no sin upon you if you divorce the woman. What
you
not
that you now what what
not you
lam
touch,
did not. Lam is used for did not, past.
You did not tamassu. You
This
touches.
tamassu is tamassuna. No, massa yamassu. Tamassuna noon is dropped due to lam, which is jawazimul fi'l al madari, right? Tamassuna.
So it's become a mazi, right?
Later on, but now tamassuna you touch, or you touch.
Tamassuna you touch. Unna her.
Them. This
them.
is plural.
Them. Or taqridu.
Tafridu. In Urdu we say tum muqarrar kar lo, means you set or you fix or you appoint.
You appoint.
You fix, you set, or you
set.
Appoint.
La hunna for you, for them. For them, fariza mean first.
First is, what is first? Duty or due? Due, which is due.
Dues.
What is due? What is this due? Haq meher. Haq is due actually. Duty. And this is an obligatory payment. Farida, obligation. First, farida is obligation. Obligatory payment.
Obligation.
Right? Yeah.
Wa and matti'uhunna. Malumata?
Matti'u is fail amar. Matta'a, you matti'u, tamti'. Matti'u, you give a gift.
You give the gift her.
Or you benefit. You benefit.
You benefit them. Allah upon Mosi.
Al-Musi'i is awsa'a, yusi'u, and Musi', the one who extends in wealth. Means a rich person. The one who extends in wealth means a rich person.
A rich person.
Who has capacity of spending.
Qadaru.
Yeah.
Who his power.
Yeah, his means. or his capacity, we can say his capacity. His capacity.
And upon Allah upon al-muqtir.
Muqtir is the one who is decreased in wealth. And the first word is aqtara yuqtiru muqtir. Iqtar anzala yunzilu inzal. The one who is decreased in mal means a poor person. Musi'i, the one who is extended. Musi'i, the one who is extended in wealth, who has a capacity of spending, is a rich person. Al-muqtir, the one who is decreased in wealth, means a poor person. Yeah.
Can we use a rich person for Mosi and poor
Mosi,
person
because he has capacity. He has capacity to spend freely.
Al-muqtir and
Muqtir, he doesn't have anything to spend, so he's poor.
Qadruhu, his capacity.
His capacity.
Mata and wealth.
No, a benefit or a gift. This gift is in the form of money, or physical gift, or food. It could be anything. Mutta is called mutta. To benefit someone with a gift, suitable physical gift, or money, or food. And basically it is used for benefit as well. If you are giving a gift, you are benefiting someone.
Benefit bil ma'ruf, with the fairness.
Yeah, with reasonable manner.
With reasonable manner, haqqan, the truth. Allah upon.
Haqqan is duty.
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 Duty upon the good doers.
Good doer. It is a duty upon the good doer. Please combine.
No sin upon you if you divorce the woman when
that you did not touch them.
That you did not touch them or
fix or set for them.
And set for them
a due.
A due or
a due mean an obligatory payment. A due mean haq mer. Haq is also due, right? Yeah.
And due payment.
Yeah. And give them
and give them
a gift
upon your capacity. Rich person.
Upon the rich means upon the rich. A duty upon the rich, right?
Upon rich.
According to his
capacity.
And upon
the poor person, upon their capacity.
According to his capacity. According to is not here, but because this is maf'ul bihi, yani.
His capacity, according to his capacity. And benefit.
Benefit or a gift. Benefit in the form of a gift.
Benefit or in the form of gift with the fair.
Yeah, with honorable manner, with reasonable
with honorable manner, with truth, haqq and truth.
Is a duty.
Duty upon good doer.
Good doers. Yeah, is a good doer. So this is another condition here, that if you have divorced the women before establishing relations with them, right? And again, aw tafridu, this lam is used with both. It's a common. Lam is common for lam tamassuhunna aw lam tafridu lahunna. This lam is common here for both. Lam tamassuhunna, aw will combine lam here. Lam tafridu lahunna farida. That you have not established relations with them. Or you did not fix or appoint the due or the obligatory payment, which is bridal money, right? You have not fixed the mahar. You have not fixed the mahar. You have not established relations with them yet. So in that case, if you divorce them, what will happen? You have to give them a gift according to the reasonable manner, according to your capacity, right? And this is a duty upon the good doers, that you have to give some form of physical gift. It could be money. It could be a physical costly physical gift, it could be food, it could be anything, but reasonable manner. And it is a duty for good doer, because this is ihsan. It is not an obligation on, but this is an ihsan on you people, that you have to give some muta.
Can we take one more ayah? Time is finished, but just to finish this subject.
Should I read?
Yes,
I think we should do this ayah.
Yes, please.
When
yeah. Dr. Iqbal, can you hear us? He He's not able to hear us.
Assalamu alaikum. Yes, yes, I
Alaikum
can.
salam.
Okay. Bismillah. A'udhu minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Wa in طلقتموهن من قبل أن تمسوهن وقد فرضتم لهن فرضتم لهن فريضة فنصف ما فرضتم إلا أن يعفون أو يعفو الذي بيده عقدة النكاح وإن تعفوا وأن تعفوا أقرب للتقوى ولا تنسوا الفضل بينكم إن الله بما تعملون بصير. And if طلقتموهن طلقتم divorce if you divorce min from قبل before and that tamassuhunna you touch them wa and qad before already
qad faradtum, this is qad plus madi, it will become madi qareeb.
Okay,
madi qareeb is near past, which is present perfect tense. You have fixed.
You have faridtum fixed or specified fixed.
Yeah.
Lahunna for them. Faridta is a
due payment.
Due payment. Mahar.
Yeah.
Mahar, bridal money or dowry.
Nisfu half.
Nisfu.
Half. Nisf is half, right?
Yes, half.
Half. Then half, give half. Ma what? Faridtum what you said or what you decided?
Text or you appointed the mahar.
Appointed. Okay. Illa except or
except.
And that yafuna is
they forgive. Afa yafu. Yafuna, they forgive.
If they forgive or yafu
he forgives. He forgives.
इसमें फर्क याफूना उसमें
याफूना is yaf'alna, yaghfuvna is yaf'alna, they forgive, means women. Yaghfuwa, he forgives. What is she forgives? Taghfuwa. So this is very important to understand here according to the grammar. Now have to understand the Quran. Yafuna is yaf'alna, they forgive. Or yaghfuwa is yaf'alu, he forgives.
He forgives.
What is she forgives? Ta'fuwa. Yeah.
He forgives alladhi that
the one who
alladhi, the one who biyadihi, his hands. Uqda is the knot.
Knot.
One nikah, the knot of marriage.
Knot of marriage. So this is mudaf ilayhi.
And that ta'fu,
you forgive or she forgives.
She forgives or you forgive.
Both, you forgive or she forgives. Both are the same.
Okay. Forgive or forget? Forgive.
Forgive. Afa yafu, wa'fu anna.
Yeah, forgive. Yes.
Yeah. Same. Afa yafu.
Forgive. If you forgive or she forgives, aqrabu, near.
Nearer. This is isme tafdil. Nearer.
Qareeb, okay. Aqrabu, nearer lit taqwa, towards the piety.
Yes.
Wa and la, not.
La tansaw.
Don't forget.
Don't forget. Nasiya yansa. Don't forget.
And don't forget al-fadl. Fadl is grace.
Yeah, it's grace here. Fazal mean ihsan as well. The kindness or generosity in giving and spending. The kindness and generosity in giving and spending is fadl. Yani, yeah, fadl is ihsan. Ihsan, kindness. Ihsan.
Bainakum, between you.
Fazal, it's from your name too. It's from the same.
Yeah,
Fazal.
I am Fazal. Jazakumullah khairan. Jazakumullah khairan for reminding me. Yeah, I should actually follow these characteristic or attributes of the name. Jazakumullah khairan for reminding me. I'll start doing that.
You already know, mashallah. Indeed, Allah, bima of what ta'maluna, no, what you do.
You all do, yeah.
You all do. Basir, seer, all seer.
All seer. This is Isma Sifa. Always seer. Always and continuously. We can combine together, Dr. Iqbal. Together.
And if you divorce them from before you touch them, and you have already specified for them a dowry, give half of what you have decided, unless they forgive, or you forgive.
Not you. He forgives.
Or he forgives.
The one
and
who forgives? This is the definition. Who forgives?
Who forgives the one whose hand is the knot of marriage.
Yes, in his hand is the knot of the marriage.
Or the marriage contract. Okay. And that you forgive
or she
forgives is nearer to piety. And do not forget grace between you both.
Yes, or kindness or generosity.
Generosity between you. And indeed Allah sees whatever you do.
It's all seers of what you all do. Good. I think it's very clear, Ayah, right?
Ji.
When we say tafseer is to explain. Maybe it's very complicated. Quran is not complicated. It's very easy. If we spend time and stay there for a while, the things will start coming to our mind and here and there. Yeah, sometimes there are explanations that were explained by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam that is required to be consulted. We can do that. We do because Quran itself is tafseer of Quran, and Sunnah, the Siratul Nabi, and the Sunnah is the tafseer of Quran, because Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam was staying with companions and he taught them, he explained everything to them, and then later on these companions who are the best mufassir of Quran, they explain it to us. And they transfer to Ummah as well at the same time. Okay. So it's very clear. I would ask Dr. Iqbal to explain this. Jazakumullah khairan if you want.
Explain.
If you want. Everything is, I think, obvious. Is self-explanatory here. Nothing is.
Yeah. So if you divorce them and you've got a specified amount of money in mind, then you give half of it if you have not touched them. And then if she forgives or it, or the one in whose hand the marriage contract is, he forgives it, and then the forgiving is better in piety, and be kind, and do not forget to be kind
and generous
to each other. Indeed, Allah sees whatever you all do.
Yeah, so this is again another condition. Jazakumullah khairan, that the marriage relations are not established yet after the marriage, right? And at the same time, now you have fixed the bridal money, right, dowry, right? So in that case, because the relations have not been established yet, so you are obliged to give half of the mahr. The husband is required to give half of the mahr to the divorced divorced wife, right? But if he gives the entire amount to the women, divorced women, then this is ihsan actually, right? Yes. Or, for example, she's giving half of it, right? Half of it is returning to the husband. If he returns the entire money, then it is again ihsan. So in both cases, there should be an ihsan and there should be a kindness for freely giving to one another. And this is nearer to the piety and taqwa. This is, see how beautiful the attributes and the characters of the manners are mentioned here for us in this beautiful ayah. And Allah knows, Allah is all aware, all seers of what we do. So in any case, a kindness and generosity should be there. We should not forget that, right?
So it means, Fazal Bhai, if the woman returns the money, Allah likes it.
Yes.
It's a good deed to return all the money if she wants.
It's a very good deed. If you give the entire amount of mahar to
the husband,
divorced wife, right? Or if she returns the whole amount,
that's what I'm asking.
this is again kindness in both sides. So there's a flexibility here, and it's very beautiful. Kindness, yeah. And this is alhamdulillah ala ni'mat al-Islam, that we are learning all these things in ni'mah. This is a grace and ni'mah and favor of Allah that He bestowed on us in the form of Qur'an and Sunnah, that everything is explained according to our capacity, by the way. If you look at the philosophy and hikmah of all these rulings and legislation, you will find always a beautiful philosophy behind that. It's very easy because Allah doesn't burden anybody except its capacity, right? So this is the beauty of Islam actually here. Jazakallah khairan. So if we have any other comment or any other question, all of us can answer.
Fazal Bhai, there is another brother, he wants to, can I give him the ID? If
everybody is invited, everybody is welcome, Dr. Jawad. Yeah, we'll reward him. This is open, yeah. He can join, anybody can join here, yeah. So I think we should conclude the session here with the beautiful dua of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that when you suspend a conference, you finish or conclude a conference or a class or a teaching or a conference workshop, we should say subhanakallahumma wa bihamdika nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. So jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.
Okay, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam.